finding hidden treasures, traveling to Tampa Bay's diverse communities and neighborhoods, discovering the sights, sounds, and taste of the region, experiencing history and culture. I'm your host, Serena Fazan, and we are Unlocking Tampa Bay. Hi, everyone. I'm Serena Fazan, and welcome to this podcast episode of Unlocking Tampa Bay. I'm here with the CEO and President of Visit Tampa Bay, Santiago Carrata. Santiago, great to see you.
Great to see you again.
So this is such a fun episode. We're talking about theme parks and attractions, the aquarium, zoo, Busch Gardens. Yep. Okay, they're right here in our neighborhood. What brings so many people in, even though Orlando is only a couple hours away?
You know, we're so fortunate to have those three major attractions, world-class, award-winning, and they're really a huge asset. Many cities don't have a zoo, aquarium, and a theme park of that caliber to attract visitors. And obviously, each of them has played an important role in the evolution of tourism in our community, all in different ways. You know, Busch Gardens, you know, the cradle of tourism. Busch Gardens, we were known, Tampa and Busch Gardens were synonymous for many years because they were here. Then obviously the aquarium out in the Channel District, an anchor for the redevelopment there. And then what can you say about ZooTampa out in the community, really helping with that economic development there. So again, three great assets in one city that help us draw not just visitors, but world-class events like Super Bowls, WrestleMania, conventions. And so phenomenal attractions that really are major contributors to our tourism economy.
And it just makes Tampa unique, right? I mean, even though Orlando is down the street, it's come to Tampa.
Well, if you go outside those three, we have so many other attractions across the bay that are partners. The Pier, the Clearwater Marine and Aquarium, those great museums, the Dali, the Chiuli collection, on top of all the others that are here in Tampa that we're going to talk about later on. But all of those attractions work so well together. We are really, really very blessed to have so many museums, attractions and event generators right here in Tampa, Hillsborough County.
And I know you are a fan because you actually love and of Iron Gwazi, right? Which is
I keep asking when Iron Gwazi's coming online. I'm a roller coaster junkie, so I do roller coasters all over the place, and really, really excited with this hybrid coaster that's metal and wood, and one of the fastest, tallest in probably all of the United States. So super excited for Gwazi, Iron Gwazi, to come online. So any day now.
Well, we're super excited because we're talking to the president of Busch Gardens next. Wow, could you not have asked for a more beautiful day? I'm here at Busch Gardens with President Neal Thurman. And Neal, you moved here back in September. You worked with Six Flags. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here in Tampa and right here at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay.
Okay, so I have to talk about the setting, though. Where are we right now? There are so many giraffes behind us. Beautiful.
This is a day at the office right here for us. So we're at our brand new giraffe bar right here in the middle of the park that overlooks the Serengeti, and you can see all the African animals that are watching us right now and trying to figure out what we're doing. So it is the best place in the park to hang out right now.
Well, so many of the wonderful attractions in the park. You know, we started with the podcast with the Super Bowl recap. Then we went to WrestleMania and spring break. It seems like the park is really attracting a lot of people.
That's exactly right. You know, Tampa is a great place to visit. And, you know, we're a big part of those visits. And it's a phenomenal place to come get on a thrill ride or soon to see a brand new show. Our shows are getting ready to open here at the park. We got great plans for this summer, too.
Well, I'm going to get to that in just a minute because I'm really excited about that. But also, you know, when you were talking about there's so much to do and tourists to do, but there's a lot for locals to do as well.
There sure is. So, you know, this park's unique because we have the whole animal experience. So you can come in and spend a whole day just with animals and spend a whole nother day with rides. There's so much to do for everybody. Whether you're a thrill seeker or an animal lover, or you want to come hang out at the new giraffe bar, there's something for everyone here.
So what does that say, do you think, for tourism and bringing, you know, making Tampa even more attractive than it is?
Sure. Well, I think it's important to offer a wide variety of things, and certainly Tampa does that for people coming in, and right here we do that. So from all ages to all thrill seekers, you know, we have something for everybody here.
Well, when you were talking about that, you also host a lot of events here. Can you share some of the events that you host?
Sure. There's something going on at the park every weekend of the year. There's all kinds of events. So we have a Mardi Gras event we do in the first quarter of the year. We just finished our Food and Wine Festival, which is one of our largest events. We were excited to bring back concerts back. So a lot of the artists that came back were their first time back after being gone for a while, and they were excited to be back. And this summer, we launched into Summer Nights. And we were really excited to bring Summer Nights to people because we've expanded our nighttime fireworks show. It's Spark, a nighttime spectacular that will launch on May 28th and run throughout the weekends in the summer. And lots of events associated with Summer Nights. You'll see entertainment in the park and specialty food events and all kinds of things all summer long. And of course, we're known for the Beer Fest in the fall and Halloween, one of our largest Halloween events right here in Tampa Bay. It's one of my favorite times of the year. And then we end the year with Christmas Town, which is a beautiful look at the park with millions of lights and decor throughout the park. So something to do all the time.
Well, I was going to say, so Neal, it sounds to me that there is a fun-filled, packed summer. You would encourage people to come on out and enjoy Busch Gardens.
Absolutely. Come escape what's happening and come have a great time here at the park because there's something for everybody.
Now, just with your history as we wrap up, this is Park 12 and 13 for you, right? Because we have Adventure Island. So you've traveled all over, again, coming from Six Flags. We hope that you are now finally home.
Well, it sure feels like a great place to call home. So I couldn't be more excited to be right here in Tampa, and I look to be here a long time.
Awesome. Neal, thank you so much. And everybody come on down to the park.
Absolutely.
Hey everyone, now I'm at the Florida Aquarium and I'm joined with Roger Germann, the CEO and the president. Roger, it's so nice to see you.
It's great to see you. Welcome to the Florida Aquarium.
It is beautiful. You guys have celebrated 25 years now. Tell us about this amazing aquarium and the attraction not only to the tourists but the locals as well, Roger.
Yeah, so we celebrated 25 years in the middle of a pandemic and now we're 26, but we are extremely strong. We are proud of being the Florida Aquarium and providing an opportunity for folks to get really, really close to nature. And that both works very well for locals, as we talked about, because we live here and we interact with our nature. Why not come to the Florida Aquarium and see what it's like to be underwater or out in one of the the wetlands and the swamps? But for tourists, this is also a fantastic place to come because you really get a chance to see what it's like to live in Florida, to dive in Florida, to see all the life teeming here that makes Florida so unique. So, it's been 25, 26 years of great history here. We are excited about where we're going and to be able to entertain, educate, and save wildlife from extinction. So that's our mission. We're excited.
Well, speaking of going and coming, and modesty aside, Roger, right, you left the prestigious Shed Aquarium in Chicago to come here, and we have a connection with that. In fact, I went to college in Chicago. You were born there, but wow, to come from Chicago to here and from that aquarium, I mean, it just goes to show what this place is about.
No, I think that's true. I've been in the industry since 2000, and so I knew a lot about the Florida Aquarium from some of my predecessors that I got a chance to work with. We knew a lot about Tampa and Tampa Bay as personally as our family because we vacationed here. And so when the opportunity popped up, it was very easy to say Tampa and the Tampa Bay region is an area that we would leave Chicago for and my family and relocate. It's a world-class aquarium. We know where we're going. To be able to be, I'm honored and humbled to be in this seat, to be able to, take this aquarium to the next level, both for our community, for our tourism economy, and for, again, saving wildlife. It's also a place that I'm proud to raise my family. And so we're excited to be here.
Well, talk about, when you were speaking about taking it to the next level, wow, the aquarium is not just a beautiful aquarium. You guys have really grown in the past 4 years, right? A lot of people host events here. I know I love seeing the wedding pictures that are posted from here.
Yeah, look, a lot of people don't, to your point, they don't really realize what we have here in this crown jewel. So both you can be this cool science teacher during the day. Folks come in here, they get a chance to see the sharks and the fish all up close and learn about wildlife, change your actions to protect our environment. But you're right, there's other opportunities where there are events that are here, whether they are weddings, whether they are corporate events, whether they're just fun things like we hosted a Super Bowl Bowl party recently for the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Really? Oh, boy.
Where did they choose to go? They choose to come to the Florida Aquarium and celebrate the Lombardi Trophy. So, I mean, it's a magical place. We are very blessed to have that. Again, one of the reasons why I came here from Chicago is I knew the power of this aquarium and what it meant to this community. And so we are very passionate about delivering on that purpose, on that mission, and again, driving everything from tourism dollars to improving our quality of life.
And speaking of your passion, though, you're also so passionate about the environment. The Coral Reef Project has gained national attention. Can you tell us about that, Roger?
Yeah, so one of the things people don't realize is that admissions to the Florida Aquarium help fund our conservation programs. And you're right. So the last few years, we have had some breakthroughs that have never happened before in really the history of the world. I mean, how cool is that in Atlantic coral? So we are very focused on saving the Florida Reef Tract. It's down from Broward County to the Dry Tortugas. Why is that important? Because it is America's Great Barrier Reef. It's the third largest barrier reef in the world, and it's right here in Florida. We forget about that. But our quality of life in Tampa Bay is based on those rainforests of the sea. So we put a lot of energy and effort into saving that coral reef from extinction. It's got a lot of problems that are out there from climate change and water pollution and plastic pollution. But we're doing our part. We've had some major breakthroughs right here in Tampa Bay, global first to breed coral, and we're bullish on being able to bring that reef back to life.
It's awesome. Okay, before we wrap up, tell us, there's so many places in the aquarium, but where are we standing in front of Roger right now?
So we're standing in front of the pan window, the iconic window that signifies Florida Aquarium. From big sharks and barracudas to fish all around. When you come here, you get a chance to see penguins, get a chance to touch stingrays, you get a chance to go in a splash pad, but the iconic pan window, and we're very excited to not only show it off, but really this is what our oceans look like, right? We get a chance to see the surface, above when we go swimming, but this is what lurks underneath.
So Roger, what do we have to look forward to this summer?
So there's always something fun happening here at the Florida Aquarium, whether you're out in the outdoor splash pad, whether you get a chance to come see these exhibits. But later this summer, we're going to open up a new outdoor penguin exhibit. There are activities that are outside and also inside. We've got our dolphin cruise ship. There is a lot to do here in the Florida summers.
Another reason why, come on down to the aquarium. Hey guys, now I'm here with Joe Couceiro and Chris Massero. I got those names right? Joe, you are the CEO of ZooTampa, and Chris, you are Vice President of Animal Care. Okay, I love the zoo. The zoo is great. It is beautiful outside. Tell us about the zoo, Joe, and why it's such a great attraction.
Well, I hope you love the zoo. We're very proud of our zoo. We've worked very hard over the last several years to be able to improve not just our guest experience, but the image of the zoo. We're a conservation organization first and foremost, but people want to be entertained, they want to have fun, they want to be engaged. And so we work very hard to deliver on that consistently, day in and day out, to ensure that when folks come out here, not only do they have a wonderful time, but they leave with a little bit better understanding of the wildlife around them and the world that we share.
I think more and more people are so more appreciative of the outside. We want to be outside, and it seems like you guys have had great, steady attendance.
We have. This time last year we were closed, and that was not a fun feeling, but we did a lot of work during the period of time that we were shut down, and in many ways tried to reinvent ourselves a little bit to try to come up with what we call the Modified Operations Plan. And that Modified Operations Plan really had two things that we focused on. Number one is that we are able to achieve our mission, and part of that is so that guests would have fun, but also be entertained in a way that they would be educated about wildlife and nature. And the second thing is that we wanted to be safe. And so we did not just simply reopen and go back to business as usual. We worked under this Modified Operations Plan. I think the guests really appreciated the fact that they were able to come to the zoo, be outside in the fresh air, in the open spaces, see the animals around them, be able to connect with each other. And we've seen that with really very tremendous success over the past year.
Okay, Chris, what we're all talking about and is so much fun, tell us about Secrets of the Zoo.
Yeah, Secrets of ZooTampa has been a pretty remarkable experience for us. It really gives us the opportunity to really expand our reach, first of all, and reach new audiences. But it gives guests that opportunity to a peek behind the curtain, so to speak. So really all the incredible work and dedication our staff's doing, including local conservation, work with the Florida manatee, Florida panther, black bears, all the stuff maybe you don't get to see day to day, but really see what the current role of a zoo should be.
Yeah, talk to us about that, though, especially, of course, whenever you think of Florida, you think of manatees and you think of beautiful wildlife. But talk to us about all that amazing effort that goes in to protecting these animals.
Yeah, it's everything from a state-of-the-art hospital we have here on campus and an incredible veterinary team that cares for the animals and assists us with all that work. But it's we've got a team that's dedicated, working around the clock in many situations. Certainly with our manatee hospital, just a tremendous amount of work and dedication that goes into it.
And do you feel the more you're the face of it, the more you can spread the good message on all of this?
Yeah, it's it's our ability to connect with people, connect this magnificent wildlife with them, and build an advocacy.
So, Joe, Secrets of the Zoo, so super exciting. I mean, it's streaming right now as well, right?
Oh, it's streaming, all right. We have millions, tens of millions of viewers of that show. We developed a partnership originally with Nat Geo, and they broadcast that on Nat Geo Wild on a regular basis when it's running, and then on reruns you can catch it, plus on demand you can catch it. But they also expanded it into Disney Plus. So we have a very wide-ranging global audience and has really brought a lot of attention to the zoo. But it's more than just bringing attention to the zoo and bringing attention to Tampa, which it also does. It's really bringing attention to what we do here at the zoo, because a lot of people don't have the chance to see what happens behind the scenes all the time. They see the front of the zoo, but they don't see the back of the zoo. And Chris and his team do a tremendous job in working with our animals that we have here residing in Tampa under our care, but also from the standpoint of the rescue and rehab efforts that we do. And Secrets of the Zoo Tampa gives people a very unique insight that not many people have of what happens at a zoo every single day.
Of course. I mean, we're all so excited. Unprecedented time here that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. Is so cool. So you guys have a very special guest here, don't you?
Yeah, we've got our little baby Gronk, we call him. Baby Gronk isn't such a baby anymore. He's about 800 pounds. He's getting enormous, but it was really an opportunity for us to, really connect with the excitement of the Tampa Bay community. It's a great time to be a Tampa Bay sports fan right now. Certainly the Rays had a great run at the World Series. We've got Stanley Cup champions here, and with the excitement of signing Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski to the Buccaneers, it was just a great opportunity. But we reached out to Rob Gronkowski, and he supported the direction and provided us some social media that only Gronk can do. So it's been a lot of fun and a good way to connect with the community.
Well, you've been here in Tampa for quite a while, and of course, so passionate about this community. Secrets of the zoo itself. How do you think that builds Tampa, not just here, but throughout the globe?
It's a great question. I originally started my career in Tampa at Busch Gardens back in 2000, to be precise. And the only thing that hasn't changed in Tampa is that traffic on 275 is still terrible. The rest of the town has really evolved very, very nicely. I call it that it's kind of a tranquil vibrancy that the city has. Miami has its glitter and Orlando has the attractions, but Tampa's a really nice mix of what Florida really has to offer. Surrounded by water, by dining, and of course, it's a great city, and every great city deserves a great zoo, and we think that we provide that. The evolution of the zoo itself will continue to grow in the years to come. We have some incredible master planning that we are undertaking right now as to what we see, not just what a zoo should be today, but what a zoo should be tomorrow. And over the next 10 or 15 years, you're going to be seeing the zoo evolve and transform into a very special place, even more so than what it is right now.
Well, the zoo, another reason why people should visit Tampa Bay, that's for sure.
You should definitely visit Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay, where else do you need to go? Tampa Bay gives you the water, the dining, the attractions, the zoos, the cultural institutions. It's a beautiful place to live. It's a beautiful place to visit. And, we're just very proud to be part of that community.
Well, you do such an amazing job. We thank you so much for what you do. We look forward to the summer, and I'm sure your summer camps are filling up pretty quickly. Santiago, how much fun to take a look at all of these attractions.
I wish I had spent the day with you.
You know what? The
Really?
next time.
You're dressed casually. You had a great time. I'm in the suit. I would have loved to have gone on some of those coasters with you that I know you're so excited to and passionate about. You know, Shikra. I mean, they had them all out there. You must have written them all. Did you write them all?
No, not all of them. I'm saving that for you, Santiago.
I've already done them. We need to make sure you get on. I've already been on those.
Well, let me ask you, with all these attractions, what is the impact, not just for guests that come into Tampa, but for locals as well?
Well, I mean, to have those things here, not just for visitors, but for us to enjoy. I mean, you know, a world-class zoo, world-class aquarium, you know, one of the greatest theme parks in the country right here for all of our locals. And then again, being a generator for that tourism economy. You know, how many people don't come here just to go to Busch Gardens or buy a city pass and enjoy several of our attractions? And we're very fortunate. You know, we not only have great attractions across the bay, like we've mentioned, like the Dali, Chiuli, the Pier, the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, but here we have the Tampa Museum of Art, the Glazer Children's Museum, the Tampa Bay History Center, American Victory Ship, all connected by the Riverwalk. And then if you go out, you have Mosey, you have, of course, the Straz Performing Arts Center, also on the Riverwalk, the Tampa Theater, the Plant Museum. So when you put all those attractions and museums together, this really becomes a hub for tourism visitors. And we have one of the most beautiful theaters in the entire world in the Tampa Theater as well. So many of those downtown, but if you want to go out and visit Mosey or Busch Gardens or the zoo, you have that option as well. So again, very, very blessed and fortunate to have all of those attractions right here, Tampa, Hillsborough County, of course, those across the bay in Tampa Bay. And again, those assets really help us to bring big conventions, meetings, events, WrestleMania, Super Bowl, IFA Awards. I mean, you name them all, because we have so many of those great assets in place. You know, we can bring lots and lots of visitors here. And of course, they're such great community partners, work so well together as an entire industry. So perhaps in some future Unlock Tampa Bay podcasts, we'll go out and check out some of those other attractions we've just mentioned, because they're really worth a whole podcast in and of themselves.
Absolutely. I was just thinking that. And speaking of that, what are your plans this summer, Santiago?
I think work, and maybe Iron Gwazi if it's rolling.
Well, work, because we're going to have so many people visit Tampa Bay.
I mean, work is fun, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you just spent a whole day out at some great attractions. So
Absolutely.
Was that really that much work for you today?
No, not at all. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
You got the best job in America. You get to spend the day at Busch Gardens, ZooTampa, and the Florida Aquarium.
Santiago, as always, it's so wonderful to see you and chat with you. Until next time, and until our next episode of Unlocking Tampa Bay, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. To learn more about Visit Tampa Bay and the adventures that await you, visit www.visittampabay.com or follow @Visit Tampa Bay on social media.